Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. We're going to film this so quickly because we've got 15 minutes of silence. Today's video is going to be focused on safety tips while being a solo traveller. Joining me today is
Angela
from Canada and
Matias from Argentina.
yes, we're all solo travellers, but we're actually best friends now. We're missing the fourth musketeer, Ali. We actually just don't even know where she is. So we're just going to get right into it because, as I said, 15 minutes is ticking. The first one is probably very natural, but still remember to do it. Wherever you're going to stay, hostel, hotel, take a screenshot, send it to your family, or at least just give them a contact number or a contact email address so they know where it is you're staying. Also, it's not only going to make you be and feel safer, but it's going to give your family peace of mind as well, all right? Tip number 2 is you can download some sort of tracking app on your phone, such as Find My Friends and Find My Phone. It can go on iOS as well as for Android, so that your family and your parents know where you are. You can also find your phone if you actually lose it. I know a lot of people do. They go and find my iPhone, don't they? 3 is about us. Make friends with other solo travellers or just other travellers in general, because we always go out as a group, don't we?
Yeah. And the thing is, you have to think that everyone is in the same place of you, you know? Like,
Exactly.
they are all looking for friends.
Yeah.
And the conversations always start with, hello, what's your name? And where are you from?
If in doubt, just ask them what their name is and where they're from, okay?
and they want to make friends just as much as you do, so
Exactly. We're all in the same boat. Yes, we want to go solo travelling, but we don't always want to be alone all of the time. Okay, moving on with tip number 4. This is a very good one. And you done it when you got here, didn't you, in Holbox?
Yeah. When you got to a place, just ask whether you should go or avoid some places, you know? So when I got here, I just asked to the people in the hostel, is there any place I should avoid? Is there any place I should not go to? So, no, but generally, Holbox is really nice and safe, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes they give you like a little map and they'll go, don't go here and don't go here and don't go here. So always
or
do that.
be aware of the quiet streets and stuff like that.
Yeah, because some of them are what's the word? Not well lit. So they can tell you go down. This is the main road. Stick to the main road and stuff like that.
Even I when I was in Vietnam, I got advice on certain taxis not to take.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because they're not all the taxis are actually
Taxis.
No.
regular taxis. They just mark. You have to just remember certain colors. And you just knew, I knew the green and the white ones were safe taxis.
Okay.
And they're everywhere anyways, but don't get into the pink one.
No, that is so crazy.
The pink ones are nuts. But that's the thing, the people on the reception and other people, they're gonna know. You've just got there, you're not gonna know absolutely everything, it's impossible. Okay, moving on to the next tip, tip number 5. Try and not look lost, okay? I know it's very hard if you are actually lost, and it happens to all of us. We all get lost. We're not from these places, you know. Some tips to try and not look lost. One is you can download a map. So for instance, Google Maps and Maps.me, you can download it, and also if you put one earphone in, it will tell you the directions as you're walking. So it'll be in 100 yards, take the next left, the street is this. So that you're walking with confidence, you're not so much as a target, you're not walking around
Otherwise you can be an easy target.
Exactly. Another tip is if you are lost, maybe just go and sit down at a cafe, or sit on the wall, or sit on a garden, not a garden bench, but a bench or a chair. Just try and sort of reassess where it is that you're going. Which moves me on to the next tip as well when it comes to apps. This app is an absolute lifesaver. It's called maps.me. It's an app where once you're connected to Wi-Fi, before you go to a country, you can download that map onto your phone. So that if you've got no signal and no Wi-Fi, no data, no nothing, that will still work.
Yeah, it's really useful, especially for people like you. You're constantly traveling through many countries, and sometimes you don't have the SIM card, you know, to get 4G or something like that. So
Exactly.
It's really useful.
And you can
so
download the
useful.
whole country.
Yeah.
So
really
you
crazy.
have it until there, and then you just delete it, and then re-download the next country.
Yeah. And you don't need to download it again. Once it's downloaded on your phone, that's it. It's downloaded. It's done. You just need to remember to download it before
Yeah.
you get to the country. But it is honestly a lifesaver. I always DM them like, your app is amazing, like it saves my life. Okay guys, moving on to the next one. A lot of us wear jewellery and like, you know, we've all got like our St. Christopher's on and like our little Lucky Charms and everything like that, but try not to sort of look flashy. Again, it's the opportunistic thing, is if you're standing out with your big Chanel sunglasses or like your designer handbags and stuff like that, you are going to stand out against everyone else. Try and blend in a little bit with what you're wearing, and also just kind of what you were saying earlier,
Yeah.
like take notice of
Like where you are and like how you're dressed. Like obviously now here we're in an island, so we're all wearing bikinis all the time and stuff like that. But like when you're traveling in a country that's maybe more conservative, so that you're blending into, so you're not standing out. So I like was saying, I was in Sri Lanka, like on the first day I went out into like Colombo, which is the big city, in shorts, and I stood out, like everybody could see me, and I was like, okay.
this is not how it goes here.
This is, yeah, so it's like when I was in the big city, I learned, like, obviously it's hot too, so you buy like certain clothes and stuff like that, and helps you blend. You still stand out because obviously you're a tourist,
Yeah.
but you're not standing out to the point where everybody's noticing you, and you at that point, even if nothing's going to happen, you feel unsafe.
Yeah.
So it offers you a little bit of comfort,
Yeah, definitely.
just to know
I
that, like,
agree.
you know, like I'm blending in, I'm doing my best also to respect their cultural norms and stuff like that.
Exactly. And there's nothing like sticking out to other tourists.
Yeah,
as well.
exactly.
Even the other tourists are like, she's new, she just landed, you know?
Exactly.
Hopefully these tips will kind of, you think before you get to the country. So before you get there, you can go, right, okay, I'll assess the situation first, blah, blah, blah. Okay, moving on to the next one. This is a very big one. Please trust yourself. Trust your gut instinct and trust your intuition. It's always, always right. Even if it's not right, it's probably right. Someone says that you're not right, it's probably right. If something don't feel right, and just get out of there. It is not worth the risk, okay? You're gonna sense something isn't quite right. Whether you're in a hostel, it might not seem like you want to stay there. You might feel unsafe, or, you know, someone's quite weird.
You know, when you're not okay, or when you sometimes you're with people and you're just like, I should go home.
Yeah, like tonight's just
Yeah.
not the vibe. Which moves me actually onto my next tip. Become a liar. It is not a bad thing to lie when it comes to your safety. If I get asked often, oh, you're on your own then? And I don't think people say it to be, you know, like they want to do something to you. People just genuinely are curious and that it's a conversation starter. So again, it comes in with the gut instinct. If, you know, if it's another girl, like, yeah, you're traveling solo, I say it to other girls, you're on your own as well? Yeah, okay. Because my intention is to be friends and like go out together. But sometimes you might get someone you don't feel comfortable telling them, just lie. Say that your boyfriend's on the way, or, you know, your girl's just in the toilet, or your friends are meeting you here in 10 minutes. Whatever comes to your mind, just say it and lie, and don't feel bad about it, okay?
Yeah, maybe if you're not feeling sure, don't do it, and then you talk to that person, and it ends up being a really nice person. You just can tell them the truth. Like, I wasn't sure whether to tell you.
Trust you.
And yeah, exactly. If I'm alone here or not. So
Yeah.
then you can just tell him the truth if you really like that person.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
That's,
not
that ties into like trusting your instincts, right?
Exactly.
Like, you know, like sometimes just like, okay, I'm just gonna like say this lie just to like keep myself safe, and it's not gonna hurt anybody. It's
And if anything, if someone said to me, oh, sorry, I lied to you, but I didn't feel safe, I'd be like, no, I'm glad you lied to me. You know, lie away. Your safety comes
It's
first.
understandable, yeah.
Okay, last and final tip is, it's kind of a safety tip, but also kind of like a general tip as well. When you're backpacking, traveling, whatever, always keep copies of your passport and your identification, just in case something else does happen, you've got it there. I don't know, I've got a new passport, I don't remember my passport number and everything like that, so it's always good to have like a physical copy that you can keep. I always keep copies on my phone as well, and I also send like pictures to my dad, my sister on WhatsApp, so there's always a record of it as well. So print it in colour, black and white, whatever you want to do, always keep copies of your passport and your IDs.
That's always useful, because when me and Paige got here in Chair, like the first days, something happened to a girl. Like she got stolen her passport, her ID, everything, and she just recently got here in Mexico. She was starting a real good trip,
Yeah.
and she had to come back, like go back to her country because she
got stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pretty fucked up.
It is, and it's not often, but it does happen. It's just better to be sort of prepared.
Yeah, and if these things like do happen, like I say, like don't write off your entire trip because of it.
Yeah, I
like
know.
it sucks and it's a hassle, and it's honestly it's my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
But
of
like
course.
everything can be replaced. Like if you're physically safe, like
Okay.
that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Everything else can be
Yeah,
replaced.
you
You
can
can
fix
always go to an
everything.
embassy, and it's a hassle. And you might have to stay somewhere for 2 weeks until it's all sorted, but
Yeah.
it can be replaced, and you can keep going and stuff like that. And
Exactly. Right, so that's it for the tips. I hope they have enlightened you, inspired you, and just made you a little bit more prepared for your trip.
have a safe trip, guys.
Yeah, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I'm gonna be releasing new YouTube videos weekly, a mixture of travel vlogs and obviously just giving as much advice as I can. Okay, that's it. Ciao.
Bye.
Ciao for now.
Ciao.